Hello friends, welcome to Emotional Impulse. From the previous class, we got one information that DNA is the transforming principle from the experiment of Griffiths. But really DNA is a transforming principle or not? To prove this one, there was three scientists, okay. In the year of 1944, those scientists did one experiment, okay, and those experiments are known as Avery's experiment to prove that DNA is the transforming principle, okay. So in the year of 1944 there was three scientists, okay. First one was Oswald Avery, second Colin MacLeod, and number three McCarthy. So you can say that that was the experiment. It is known as Avery's, MacLeod and the McCarthy experiment, okay. There was three scientists in the year of 1944. What they did, they culture R2 bacteria with microbiological media. There is agar media in a petri dish. R2 bacteria, you know students, what are those R2 bacteria? R2 bacteria means the non-virulent bacteria of pneumococcus type of bacteria, okay. So pneumococcus but non-virulent, okay. Actually they don't have any ability to create the disease, that's why it is known as non-virulent bacteria, okay. So they cultured R2 bacteria and they culture also S3 bacteria. They culture R2 bacteria separately, they culture S3 bacteria separately, but the main matter is hiding in S3 bacteria, okay. So R2 bacteria culture with agar medium, it is okay, but in the case of S3 bacteria, what they did, okay. So let's try to find out what they actually did with S3 bacteria, okay. So first I am saying, then I will draw one by one to further explanation of this experiment. What they did actually, they cultured S3 bacteria in a petri dish with agar medium along with one enzyme, DNA, protein and RNA, okay, but separately, okay. So in this experiment, try to understand very clearly and stepwise, one by one. R2 bacteria was cultured separately, that is another matter, clear, okay. Now coming back to the S3 bacteria, what happened in S3 bacteria? So they cultured S3 bacteria, so they cultured S3 bacteria plus DNA plus RNA plus protein, okay, first, and they said that this is set A, okay. So this is set A. They divided three sets actually. They divided three sets. In first set A, S3 bacteria was there plus DNA plus RNA plus protein, okay. But along with this, they added one thing, that is, or you can say that that was one enzyme. Which enzyme? They used actually three specific enzyme for three sets. First one was one proteolytic enzyme, second one was one nuclease enzyme, and third one was also one nuclease enzyme, okay. So first one was proteolytic enzyme, that was protease, okay. So I am writing the name here, the protease, okay. So protease enzyme. So in set 1, S3 bacteria plus DNA plus RNA plus protein plus protease, this is one enzyme. What is the function of protease? Protease is one type of enzyme that can digest, or you can say that can hydrolyze the protein only. So this enzyme will act only on protein. So if you will allow to mix with protein, get the protein, okay. So you cannot get the protein after culture. So this protein will be degraded with the action of protease, okay. We will see what will happen. So in the case of 2, S3 bacteria was there plus DNA plus RNA plus protein plus another enzyme RNase. RNase enzyme, what is the function of RNase enzyme? RNase enzyme will act only on RNA, not only protein and DNA, because we know enzymes are so much specific, substrate specific. They will act only that specific substrate, otherwise not. So RNase always will work on RNA, but we will see what will happen, okay, during the time of observation. Okay, just try to understand first. In the case of S3 bacteria, this is known as set C plus DNA plus RNA plus protein along with DNase enzyme. So this is set A, this is set B, this is set C. Okay, so now the question is that I said already that this enzyme will act only, DNA will act only DNA, RNase acts only RNA, protease will act only the protein. So during the time of observation, when the culture, or you can say that when the incubation period completed, okay, so what will left in the case of set A? What will left? S3 bacteria will left, DNA will left, RNA will left, but protein will not left. So here you can get only S3 bacteria plus DNA plus RNA. You will not get protein because protease enzyme digested or hydrolyzed the protein. That's why you cannot get the protein. Okay, so what you will get in the case of set B? In set B you can get S3 bacteria plus DNA plus protein. RNA will not be there. Why? Because look, RNA enzyme will degrade or hydrolyze the RNA. That's why you cannot get. Okay, so this is the remaining part of this observation. Okay, let's coming back to the next point, that is the set C. In the case of set C, you will get bacteria plus protein plus RNA. You will not get the DNA because the DNA enzyme digested the DNA. So that was the experiment. But this was the first attempt. In the second attempt, what they did? They allowed to mix set A, set B, set C with R2 bacteria. Means they used R2 bacteria with this set A. So what they did, okay, with their first attempt, they did this experiment on their first attempt. What they got in the case of set A, they got only S3, DNA and RNA after completing the first attempts of experiment. In the case of set, so this is the observation, this is the observation, this is the observation. Okay, so in the case of set B, they got S3 plus DNA plus protein. In the case of set C, okay, they got S3 bacteria plus protein plus RNA. Okay, in the next attempt, they allowed R2 bacteria mixed with this set. So I am clearing this all. The first so in the case of set A, set B and set C, what was there in the case of set A? S3 bacteria plus RNA plus protein. Here is 3 bacteria plus protein plus DNA. Here is 3 bacteria plus protein plus RNA. Okay. Now they did another one things along with it. They mixed the R2 bacteria along with all the sets. So plus R2 bacteria plus R2 bacteria plus R2 bacteria. Okay. But what was the, you can say, that observation with this experiment? The observation was, just try to find out the observation period. Here is 3 RNA, protein and R2 bacteria, but in this case set A, some R2 bacteria converted into S3 bacteria. Okay, so R2 converted S3. Here also R2 converted S3. Here R2 didn't converted S3. To the another way, you can say that here transformation happened or occurs. Here transformation happened, but here transformation not happened. Okay, so here R2 bacteria converted into S3 bacteria means what? Transformation occurred. That's why R2 converted into S3 means some non-virulent bacteria converted into the virulent bacteria. Here also some non-virulent bacteria converted into virulent bacteria. But here look, R2 bacteria didn't convert with their transformation. So here transformation not occur. So now the main motive was, look, here R2 bacteria converted S3. So here what was there? R2 bacteria was there, S3 bacteria is there, RNA. Okay, sorry, here I wrote wrong. Here it will be DNA. Okay, okay, so we know RNA, DNA was there, S3 was there, transformation happened. Means there was two suspect in our mind. RNA will be the transforming principle, DNA will be the transforming principle, but we not confirm because protein was also not there. Okay, RNA will be or DNA will be, but we are not confirm what means which one exactly will be the transforming principle, RNA or DNA. Now in the case of S3, here also transformation happened, but here protein is there, DNA is there. Okay, but we know that protein also will be and DNA also will be. There is no confirmation about that, which one will be the exactly transferring principle. But here look, when the DNA is absent, transformation not happen. So look here, here RNA was there, DNA was there, protein was not there, transformation happen. Means protein is not required for the transformation. If protein will be required for the transformation, transformation will not be, but transformation happen means protein is not required. So there was no responsibility of the protein to transfer the principles of gene, okay, or nucleic acid, you can say that. That's why transformation not affected. Okay, now look here, protein is there, DNA is there, okay, but RNA is not there, but transformation happen. So RNA is also not required, protein is not required, RNA is not required. Clear? But look here, when DNA is absent here, transformation not completed. So DNA will be the that things that will be the principle of the transformation. Okay, so just try to understand. Here protein is there, RNA is there, but transformation not happen. If protein and RNA will be the transforming principle, so here transformation should occur, but transformation not happen. That means there is a no function or no other any function of RNA and protein in the case of transformation. But when DNA is absent, transformation not happen, means DNA will be the transformation principle. Okay, so that was our today's class to prove that the DNA is the transforming principle. That is known as average experiment to prove that DNA is the transforming principle. Okay, so hope guys you enjoy this class with me, and I will just want to say that stay connected with me and keep watching my channel and give a thumbs up if you want to like my video. So please subscribe my channel and stay with me. Bye bye.
Audio Jungle.